You have been a very important asset to Unity.
I'm basically introducing the students to the joys of Excel. Excel has so much capacities, it is like an ocean. I was associated with a university in Paris, and I was abroad for about 8 months
Okay.
in the US. In fact, Excel, I think Unity is also running a course on Excel for financial planning, which will help you to sort out your finances.
Ma'am, I
Yes.
wanted to talk around the misconceptions among students about advanced Excel.
When you have one more item on your CV that you're certified in Excel, it will definitely boost up your chances. That Excel skills are extremely useful in industry. But there is nothing to match a live class. It's like a brainstorming session. Data is the new oil. That a 14-day course in Unity is as good as a 2 month or 6 month or whatever anywhere else. Yes, at Unity, I do understand that your intention is that more and more students learn.
Good evening, Sahana ma'am. I have heard a lot about you while building this platform, Unity.in, and giving students courses, upskilling them with live courses. You have been a very important asset to Unity over a period of time. Today, I would like to take this opportunity to have a word with you about advanced Excel, Microsoft Excel, and multiple domains which are around it. Before we start talking about the course, ma'am, I want to understand from you that how have you been into this industry of teaching, mentoring students, and how that industry has seen a change according to you over the last 2 years of COVID?
Yeah. So hi Praful and thank you. Yes, the feeling is mutual. I also feel that Unity has helped me in a large way to hone my skills. And in the few years I have been associated with you, the discussions and the planning, all of them have helped me also to improve a lot. Yes, COVID has brought in a sea change in our thinking, in our way, the way we are conducting classes. It is so much common now to look at the screen and teach rather than look at a whole bunch of students. But it has also brought in a new thing, learning from the comfort of your home. And I think here is where we score. As in Unity, we are ensuring that each and every student is understanding very well and not just attending classes. When I teach in my normal other day job, I do find that when the student number of students are large, it becomes very difficult to connect with the students. But here, when I'm talking about the Excel courses on Unity, even if the number of students is large, I feel that the interaction and the participation is more. The reason for that is that the syllabus is designed and the teaching is done in such a way that it is not a teaching. I would not call myself a teacher at all. I would call myself, like you call, as a mentor or probably a facilitator. I'm basically introducing the students to the joys of Excel. I'm not teaching them with the intention of them taking up an exam or getting into a job or something, because that will automatically follow. When you love a subject, when you learn, the other things will automatically follow. So at Unity and with you and the other team members, my only intention is that the student should fall in love with Excel so that the learning and the love will take him or her a long way.
Ma'am, if we talk about your background till now into this field of advanced Excel or your background with teaching, can you tell us a bit about that before we move ahead?
Yes, see, let me be very honest with you. When I started my career way back 32 years ago, probably when most of you were not even born, there was no question of software. We didn't even have, I think we had the concept of computers. We did have. I remember in Delhi University, only the Department of Economics, it was called the D School. I don't know what it's called now. That only that had a computer center. So all other students of Delhi University had to go to that particular place and work on their projects. And honestly, our knowledge was very, very limited. The next decades, few decades saw an immense rise in computers, but still the usage was limited. It was only in 2014, so many years after I entered the teaching profession, that I actually learned and started liking software. And my first exposure to software was Excel. Excel has so much capacities, it is like an ocean. And I cannot even begin to tell you how much Excel helps in the understanding data and analysis. And I want to tell you something very interesting. So my journey with Excel has been probably about say 8 years only, but it has been very interesting. When our university introduced Excel for our students, we were made to undergo a training. And that time when I was talking to my other colleagues from other universities and colleges, because generally, we all discuss what's the new things happening. I still remember one of my colleagues from the other university, he said, "Oh, you're going to learn all this and teach at this age. It is not going to be possible. I will write and give that you won't be able to do it." So I took it as a challenge. So I said, why not? Why shouldn't I learn? Or why shouldn't I go with our university's mandate that we should learn software? So I took it as a challenge, and today I'm very proud and happy that yes, I'm not saying I'm a very good, I don't think anybody should say that I'm very good at Excel. Nobody should claim I'm an expert. But yes, probably, that is because I developed a love for Excel. I took it up as a challenge to learn, and I did a lot of understanding on my own. So today I am at a position where I can say, yes, I can deal with Excel. I can deal with large data sets. And most important, I can pass on that love to my students. So I think Excel has played, in fact, I know quite a lot of other softwares like R, MATLAB, Lingo, but Excel always is one of my favorites.
Okay, okay, got it, ma'am. What I want to understand from you, when you say that you've been with that worked at a university, like you have been as associated with all universities in India or abroad. Can you please tell us a bit?
Yeah, I have been associated with Jain University and Christ University in Bangalore for a very long time.
Okay,
Apart from that, I was also teaching CA students. I was teaching the CA, it was called CA Foundation a long time back. I'm also associated with the Indira Gandhi National Open University. I was taking some MBA classes. And I have been, as I said, associated with the CA and CS institutes offering coaching. Apart from that, when I went to Europe, I was awarded funding for attending a conference. I was associated with a university in Paris. And I was abroad for about 8 months
okay,
in the US, where I had friends and collaborators in San Jose State University and some other universities of US. In fact, I was closely working with one of my students who is an intern in the University of Pennsylvania. Now she is a full-time faculty there, not faculty, she's a full-time student there. And her research, I'm an advisor and a consultant for her research. Other than that, I have been associated with many corporates for their training programs and many academic institutions wherein I give them workshops in data analysis, Excel, R programming, and so on.
okay, okay, got it,
And in
ma'am.
addition, yes, yeah, one more thing I forgot to tell you. I am also a registered blogger with many technical platforms. And probably I could share some of my blogs with the students where I have written about Excel and data analysis.
We would love to share those blogs with the students, ma'am. If you can share the links with us, we will put them in the
Yes,
description for the students to see.
yes.
Okay, ma'am. My first question to you is that when we talk about Excel, how does Excel help a student in their life, and how it is a career prospect for students?
Okay. See, I would actually answer the question in the other way and ask you where all you cannot use Excel. And I think we will not have an answer to that question because Excel is used everywhere. It helps you in planning your day-to-day activities. I'm talking at a very, very elementary level. How am I going to plan my activity? How I can sort it, I can filter it, I can mark the most important activities, I can mark the time I have taken. So to for my personal development. I can use it for my planning my company's picnic or a get together or my friends get together. Going further, it will definitely help me in my job. And I always tell my students that if you have a certificate in Excel, not just a certificate, but if you have a knowledge of Excel, it's going to take you places. So a student who is fresh out of college, probably, has just graduated and has a certificate plus knowledge of Excel, definitely he will be well above others when it comes to job placements. So I have seen people, my son-in-law himself uses Excel for his financial planning, because financial planning is very important for a person. We should not think that youngsters don't need. Youngsters need financial planning more than adults. So what are you going to be? What are your aims after 10 years? Where do you want to be? So use Excel. In fact, Excel, I think Unity is also running a course on Excel for financial planning, which will help you to sort out your finances and plan what you want to be probably in another 10 years or 15 years or so.
Okay, ma'am, when we talk about Excel, okay, I want to understand from you that how can a person, like when we talk to students, they think that Excel is now old. But when I talk to industry experts, when I talk to people who are in the profession, let's say they're into financial analysis or something, they all say that even today, all our financial models, even if they are CFAs, okay, they're running it on advanced Excel. Ma'am, I want you
Yes.
to talk around the misconceptions among students about advanced Excel, about the learning into Excel, that what all, if you can go into the deeper technicalities of it, so that students can understand that these are the things which are important to them, not only in their personal life or financial planning, but in the industry when they go on job, because advanced Excel is there on, I think, every single job description we see today from various companies across the world.
Yes. See, uh, when as I said, when 2014, Excel was introduced in the university where I was teaching, it was done on the suggestion of industry experts. And that time software was not really much in vogue. Students were still doing with manual calculators and paper and pencil. And in one of our board of studies, the person from the industry suggested that we should include Excel. That is one thing. Second thing is, our students who went out for internships and job training came back with the suggestions that they're finding it difficult without Excel skills. And even today, so it has been almost 8 years, when I talk to my old students who have passed out and who are already in job, the same answer I get, that Excel skills are extremely useful in industry. That is because Excel is very, very versatile. Second, see, compared to other software like say SPSS or SAS, MATLAB, Lingo, Tableau, Excel is comparatively cheaper in terms of cost. And when you're using Excel, you don't really have to know any other software. In fact, I would tell my students that Excel can give you everything. Yes, a little bit, probably the scientific software, like for example, SPSS or R programming, can give a little more, but in industry that is not required. Because after all, why are you employed for? You are employed because you can make use of Excel and give out your outputs. So when you have one more item on your CV that you're certified in Excel, it will definitely boost up your chances. And yes, and one more thing I want to tell you here, whether we're using R programming, SPSS, we always use Excel too, because data is always entered in Excel sheets. It is the most convenient way, either Excel or CSV files. So even if you're using some other software to import the data, you again have to use Excel. So that way, the integration is always there. Excel can integrate very well with other softwares. And see, when we get data from the net or from our collaborator or from other companies or from our employees, they would have entered data in Excel itself. So instead of importing the data from Excel and using some other software like SPSS or R, work out in Excel itself. Because as I said, Excel has practically everything what other softwares need.
Okay. Ma'am, my next question will get a bit personal. Okay. Personal on our front. That many students come to me, though there are, like, you have been teaching Excel at Unity itself from a year now. So, but the point which I want to understand from you is that every batch we as we don't take more than 90 to 70 to 90 students in one batch. The question which I want to ask you is, many students come and say that why should we learn Excel or advanced Excel in a live class, in a two-way interaction class, as it happens in Unity, the way we are talking, that is how student can come and talk to you, right? So when that kind of things happen at Unity, students want to understand that why can't they do it from YouTube or Coursera or an academy, which have recorded lectures into these field? Why should they come in a live class and learn it from the curriculum which is specially designed for the students for jobs at unity.in?
Yeah, that's a very valid question. I would like to answer it in a single sentence. Why do people go to college rather than do a correspondence course? So the same thing happens in Unity. See, you're absolutely right. They can learn Excel through recorded versions, but there is nothing to match a live class. First is that you're learning in a group, and research has proven that when you're learning together with people, the learning is enhanced. In the classes which I conduct, the classes will have examples which are taken from real life. I'm not using any hypothetical data. I always ask them to use the data, which probably even industry people use. I used Kaggle data sets. I use Google Analytics data sets. I use data which is from real life. Then concept, as I said, I never say I'm going to teach this concept. I am just introducing the concept to them, and then they will be doing it in the class. And the exercises which I plan are something which is related to that day's lecture. And in between, in between the classes itself, there are a lot of exercises which are given to the students. And I don't prepare these exercises. It is created on the spot, depending on the level and enthusiasm and understanding. And the most important thing is, once I give them some couple of minutes time to complete it, and then I will ask them to share their screen and demonstrate it. This will ensure that they have to pay attention to whatever is being taught, plus they will get a chance to showcase their learning in the class itself. And another thing I've noticed, because of this, even the shy students are opening up. And many times students are solving other students' problems. Before even I can say, okay, this is the error, somebody will say, will put in the chat box, or somebody will raise their hand. Ma'am, I know the answer because even I got into the same thing. So actually we are learning together. I'm also learning. I'm not saying that I'm a teacher. I mean, there is never a divide between me and the students. We are all like together, friends, working out on a single, it's like a brainstorming session. So I have seen that students are really enjoying this learning, and I have observed this in the live class, which is not possible in a recorded class. And one more thing, see, to understand a recorded class, you have to put in a lot of effort. A lot of your brain space will go into that, because you're not connecting with the person. You're not able to understand what you're not able to directly understand.
Yes.
If there is no other option, go for recorded classes, but it has its own disadvantages. So I would any day recommend a class which is live and which is with direct interaction with the mentor. So my classes are proof enough, because I see even the most shy person will be opening up and talking.
So it's more like along with your learning of the skill, you are developing your personality as well. So which is the core of Unity. So ma'am, Unity talks about these three things. I haven't got time as we're interacting. We have interacted for only a few times. What I'll tell you is that we are on the professional, personality, and personal front. Like there are three P's of Unity on which Unity works, right? So this is really great to know that in your sessions, when student comes and interact with you, they get to learn and teach at the same time.
Yes.
That is what I am getting
Yes.
out of this
Yes.
particular
Yes.
situation. And
True.
talking about Google Analytics, talking about Tableau, and all these softwares which are helping students to grow today, and
Mm.
the connection of these softwares with advanced Excel seems to be quite great here, ma'am.
Yes.
I have one more question to you, which I want to ask. Man, there is something which is called like Tableau software, or we talk about R language, or we talk about
Mm.
statistics. Ma'am, statistics till now has been to students in the 2001 curriculum, which is taught in
Mm.
colleges. It is
Mm.
mostly on pen and paper, right? Formulas. But today, if we see the dynamics of the industry, the statistics has changed altogether. There is something called
Yes.
Python for finance. There is Tableau. Then there is R language. Then all these things, and even advanced Excel.
Mm.
Statistics is being involved in all these courses. alongside. So what is your view on it? Like you were telling me a few days back that we will be going with a in the month of March we'll be launching a course which will be more advanced than advanced Excel, which will be more towards the side of the industry altogether. So can you put some light on that concept if you can?
Yes. See, this is something which is very valid. Now, we have all heard the sentence that data is the new oil. So, data analysis is the keyword. But let me tell you what is really happening in the world. People are learning a small session or small course on Python or R or whatever, or statistics also, and calling themselves as data scientists. These people, when they go into jobs, they are really at sea. They don't know anything because they have just learned the coding. So this is something which we want to rectify through our new courses in the Unity. Let me give you one example. I have been associated with a corporate in Bangalore. They asked me to train their freshers on data analysis. These are all students who have passed their engineering, MBA, and so on from well-known institutes and colleges of India. When I asked the CEO of the company, when are we going to start? He was actually very upset. He said, though I have gone to the top colleges all over India, the pass percentage of the students who have passed the entrance exam is very low. And he was telling me something around 44% was the highest score. Now, what is the problem here? See, people know how to do the coding. People know what language to use because they have been taught that. But which tool to use when? That no one can teach you except your own intellect. So, to do data analysis, you should know what is data, what are the tools available. Now, see, in my kitchen, I have 5 different knives. Each knife has a specific purpose. If I'm you going to use a sharp knife for cutting something very soft, I'll cut my hand. The same thing happens with data. If I don't use the right tool, not only will the data be giving you wrong inferences, it can lead to hazardous conclusions. Now, see, COVID, people are all talking, okay, that model, this model, and some ISC has brought out one model, some other model, the peak will come, and all these kind of things. Now, anyone, let me tell you, can work out a model if they have the data. But only a trained data scientist can tell you what is the correct model, what are the things which will go into it, and so on. For this, you have to have a thorough understanding of statistics and data and tools. Tools are the most important thing. As I said, you are like a doctor. You know that you have one full shelf of medicines. You can prescribe any medicine, but the patient should recover. He should not die, right? So you have to decide what is the right medicine. So data scientist is like a doctor who knows what to use, when to use, how to use, and how much to use. And this is what we want to rectify. This will bridge the gap between industry and academia. So when a student
Okay.
passes or does a course in Unity on data analytics, he or she will be confident. Okay, give me any data, I will resolve.
So
That should be, yes.
I would like to tell the viewers that a very interesting fact that the mentor for data analysis, like ma'am is bringing out a course into complete Tableau, R language, etc., to combine them in advance. But the current mentor who is teaching data analysis, though we have requested ma'am a lot of times to take the course herself, but it's because of her time constraint. Because as you all heard that she has been at Jane, Christ University, and big names of big brand names into universities in the country and abroad. The point is the mentor for data analysis is a student of Sana ma'am. So as she said that I am 24 and ma'am has 32 years of experience into this field. So and that person has 5 years experience into data analysis, and he has studied from Christ University and has studied from Sahana ma'am over time. So that's quite an interesting fact. I think ma'am, you are very proud of all of us when we
Yes,
do this.
definitely.
Yeah. Because Dhere was telling me that he has studied from you. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have another question to you. As
Mm.
we have launched a course of uh, advanced Excel, which is a 15 days course or a 14 hours course into the basic part of it, and a 14 hours extensive study into the data sets and into advanced Excel.
Mm.
Okay, ma'am, but students say that when they go on platforms for recorded lectures, as we all know that that we don't have any dirt of it. You can have, let's say, sorry, 500 hours of a class, 700 hours of a class, which is not like, no one can actually go and study for 700 hours into advanced Excel, right? So what is your viewpoint which on the curriculum which you have created, that a 14 hours advanced Excel and a 14 hours in the beginning basic Excel, both of them combined can help a student to get up a job or internship in the corporate?
Yes. See, along with the one, I forgot to tell you that right now I'm also associated with two very prestigious colleges in Bangalore. It's called, one is the NMKRV College for Women, where I'm teaching data science. And also I'm still associated with Christ University. I teach data science there also. Plus, I teach statistics and quantitative techniques in a engineering college called PNMIT, which is again one of the top engineering colleges in Bangalore. I teach them for one full semester. That means about a period of 4 months. Okay. Now in Unity, I teach Excel, the element, the introduction part for 14 days and the advanced part for 14 days. What I would say is we are at par with those courses which run for 2 months. Why I teach 4 months in a college? Because that is the requirement of the college, that the semester is for 4 months. But at Unity, we are framing our own path. We are not following the path which is already set. I can teach Excel for 2 years. I can just drag the course for 2 years. But let me tell you one thing: in 14 days, whatever the student is learning, it is like giving a small capsule. Instead of having a whole thali, you're having one capsule which has all the essence of the entire thali. And Excel can only be learned by the student himself or herself. It can only be understood and the concepts followed given by the mentor. But real learning will happen only when the student practices. And in Unity, whenever I finish the course, I would have given them some data sets. I would have given them some pointers and tell them, see, you have to work on it. And I'm always there even after the classes get course gets over. I'm still in touch. Many of them are my connections on social media. They will text me, they will message me, ask them the doubt. Still, I still remember there was one girl who was my student, I think in which batch, I'm not able to remember. Just recently also she had texted me on LinkedIn saying that she's not getting this answer. So what I'm saying is, it is not the quantity but the quality. So I can say with confidence that a 14-day course in Unity is as good as a 2 month or 6 month or whatever anywhere else. Because in 14 days, we are inculcating in you not just the knowledge, but the love of Excel. And all the basic concepts are covered. If you check the syllabus, we are covering some. And one more thing, I am not just sticking to the syllabus given there. I teach a lot of extra things as and when I remember them. So introductory students also get some part of basic knowledge, and some of them join directly for advanced, but then they would not have known something in introductory, but I still teach them. So our classes, if you are seeing, it is like one huge learning experience. I wouldn't call it a class. I would call it a learning experience. So it is not the quantity, but the quality.
Okay. It was quite interesting to know all these facts from you, Sana ma'am. And I think I have got interested to learn from you. And it is simply like getting back and talk to. It's really, I feel so proud today that I am talking to a person like I have learned in college, and sitting here talking to you today, having you as a mentor on our platform is a very lucky thing and a very good thing for us. Okay. So, ma'am, apart from all these questions, like everything we have closed till here, we have understood a lot of things. I want
Hmm.
to ask you one thing. Do you think that the, like, I don't know the viewers or not, but the fee of our courses, I think it's not more than 1300 rupees or 1200 rupees. Ma'am, do you know the exact price of our course? Like, how much do we charge the students for introductory and advanced course?
Yes, I think you're charging around 900 rupees for the introductory course and
Okay.
1,000 for the advanced Excel,
Okay.
as far my knowledge goes.
Ma'am, do you think that these are the right prices, or we are charging more or less for the course, for a live course, for a live course, which is a two-way interaction with the mentors? What's your
I
viewpoint?
honestly feel that you are charging much, much less. See, as I said, it is not a question of money. It is a
Right.
question of what we feel our course is worth. But yes, at Unity, I do understand that your intention is that more and more students learn and come into the learning curve. So probably that is one of the reasons why you have kept the fees so low. But I would definitely say that you should actually hike up the fees. And one thing I want to add in here, uh, when does a mentor do well? So when you say that I'm doing well and students are liking my class, it is because of the support I'm getting from the Unity team. Because they have given me a free hand to conduct the classes. There is no unwanted interference. There's no interference. There's all the support I get. If I want to send a file, even if I'm sending at the nth moment, the team is forwarding it to the students. If I want to communicate something to the students, they're helping me do that. And I am not pressurized in any way. So it's a very peaceful, comfortable thing. And as I said, I don't feel that I'm teaching, I feel that I'm a part of a big group of learners. So Unity has personally helped me, because when there is no pressure, when there is no tension, you can perform the best. And that is what I've seen. And in fact, to be very honest with you, Praful, I'm seeing that my teaching itself is improving from batch to batch. So I'm also introducing new things, depending, of course, on the student interaction. And one very important thing is that I think in the current batch, there's a person who is around 72 years old, which
Okay.
is very good. It is like I feel
Yes,
very
ma'am.
happy.
Ma'am, people come to me and say that why not you run it as a school that or as a college that it should be only undergraduate students. I really think that knowledge has no bound.
True,
Ma'am,
true.
is called as a community of lifelong learners. If a
Yes.
I take entrepreneurship badge at night 11 o'clock, and you won't believe that there are people who are 48, 49. They have done their job, they've done everything, and they're sitting with the 18 years old. There is one student who has just joining college, and there is one who has completed life, family, his son or daughter, they are old enough to take life forward. And these people are now, both of them are sitting on a single platform and learning it together in the
Yes.
entrepreneurship class. And there is nothing which is more fun than that, because that is when we think we justify our tagline saying that community of lifelong learners, because you don't
Yes.
know when you want to just take a switch and take it to another level from there.
Yes, that is correct. And like abroad, we have these community colleges where people can go and join it at any age. But I've seen in India, I've seen in many of the institutions I work in, that there is a limit of age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the constraints are different, but I know people. Incidentally, I'm also associated with a platform which works only with 60 plus, only
Yeah.
for seniors. And they have actually approached me to start an Excel course for 60 plus people. And it hasn't started as yet, but I felt very happy, but that people want to learn.
Yes.
So it's a very beautiful thing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
Probably
very
you
much.
should also launch a course. I would seriously suggest,
For
where we could, a course for 60 plus
Okay, ma'am.
exclusively.
I think I have to change the name of, because we want to do somewhere the justice to the name as well. Youth community,
Unity, yeah, see, youth also means youth of age who are young in thinking.
young at mind, young at mind. That's
Yes,
a bullet.
exactly,
Yes, ma'am,
exactly.
definitely, definitely. I will say one thing, ma'am. It was really interesting to talk to you. It was really interesting to have a word with you, and I think the viewers have the same view as well. And I feel very proud to be here and and get a chance to interview you here at Unity.in. Okay, it was great, and we am very very thankful that you gave us your time today, and sit here with us to tell students about the course and everything.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Praful and Team Unity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.